Yes, now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm finally here to talk about Monday Night Raw. I've put it off for so long, couldn't tell you why, but here we are. First thing I want to mention is for Evolution, NICHOLLZ and Adam Pearce announced that there'll be a Battle Royal at Evolution, uh, where, well, just kind of like the first Evolution, where the winner just will, I don't know, maybe get a future title opportunity, maybe it just means something in the future, God knows. There'll be a Battle Royal. And another thing Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce agreed on was in regards to the Women's Tag Team Championships. Now, obviously, Liv Morgan is injured. Raquel Rodriguez still holds the titles, and they never stripped her of them. This is when the Judgment Day tried to convince them to put it on Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez being a part of the faction, maybe Freebird rule. And they agreed on one condition, and that was that Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez defend the titles in a fatal four-way match at Evolution against a team from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, which is brave given that there's not even a women's tag team title division, let's be honest. So I don't know how they're going to find three separate teams from each brand, But I like this. I like the Battle Royal. I like the Fatal 4-Way. This is good. These are great matches, so I'm never going to complain. On top of that, they all also agreed to, well, Finn made everyone agree to officially induct Roxanne Perez into the Judgment Day. This is coming off the back of Finn Balor and JD McDonough winning the World Tag Team titles. What happened? This match came out of nowhere. I mean, they were kind of fighting the War Raiders for the opportunity a couple of weeks ago, and they did win that opportunity. Then they faced New Day tonight. Never did I expect them to win. Never did I expect Finn Balor to get the ovation he did. People are backing Finn Balor, and I'm loving it. I'm not going to complain. And I'm not complaining about this win, because it came out of nowhere. No one saw it coming. And I like this from WWE. When you're not building major storylines in the World Tag Title division, switch the titles around a couple bit. This is what I said about the Women's United States title picture. They're not really making any stories, so it's good for the title to jump around a bit. So I don't mind this. So now, every member of the Judgment Day has gold. JD, Finn have tag titles, Raquel, Roxanne have tag titles, and Dom has the Intercontinental title. The only ones that don't are Liv, who's injured, and Collie, or who's fired. So Judgment Day are dripping in gold again, which is crazy. But speaking of Dom's Intercontinental title reign, he's still ducking AJ Styles. They've never told him what the injury is. They've still not even said it's a broken heart, which everyone's hoping they'd say. And he still had the doctor's note for AJ Styles, which AJ Styles put his glasses on to read. Hoping eventually we'll get that match, because they need to start having more matches with Dom and doing something more with the Intercontinental title rather than just hanging around the Judgment Day. And it's such a shame, because they're doing all this just for AJ to lose to Dominic Mysterio, which is going to break hearts. But it's not time for Dom to lose the belt yet, unfortunately. So it's not going to happen. As for the women's Intercontinental title division, though, obviously Lyra cost Bayley last week. So Lyra and Bayley had a one-on-one match, which ended in a double pin, where they pinned each other, and so it was a draw. And then they just fought the rest of the night. They just fought it out and just had a brawl. And that got broken up. So, again, if you're stupid, you won't see that this is leading to a triple threat match at Evolution. It's not going to be Lyra Becky again. It's not going to be Bayley Becky. It's going to be Bayley Becky Lyra. And after the triple threat match, maybe Bayley wins, maybe Becky retains. But it's going to be Bayley Becky SummerSlam. If you don't see that, you're stupid. Simple as that. I'm joking. Relax. Calm down. Anyway, we had... Io Sky came out. Obviously, now she's literally got no one to challenge her. Like, there's no storylines. Half of Damage Control's gone. Damage Control isn't even a thing anymore. Liv Morgan, main story star's gone. All the other female superstars are on SmackDown. The only superstars Io Sky has to face is Rhea Ripley and Stephanie Vaquer. And for some reason, they're not making that Stephanie Vaquer-Io Sky match. They're doing nothing with Stephanie Vaquer. And they can, and they probably will, do Asuka Io at SummerSlam. Which is crazy, because to do that, you could have Asuka win the Queen in the Ring, but no. That's fine. As long as we still got Asuka Io Sky. So what Io Sky did was she came out to Rhea Ripley and said Rhea Ripley's the only worthy challenger, which is crazy, because she's never beaten Io Sky, and Io Sky took the title off of her, and she retained it against her. So they basically just confirmed Rhea for Evolution with no build, nothing, no storyline. They just said it's happening. And while I can't blame them because A, there is no one, but B, it's Evolution where they need to show off their women's division. And sometimes they might not even need a feud for that, they just need a good match. With Rhea and Io, I'm pretty sure you can confirm a good match. So I'm not mad at it being for Evolution, but at the same time, Stephanie Io would have done great. But Stephanie can win that Battle Royal, and if she doesn't, I'll kick off because she's not in any other match. She won't be fighting Julia, she won't be fighting Becky, she won't be fighting for the tag titles, she won't be fighting Io, she won't be fighting Tiffany. So, put her in a Battle Royal and have her win. Who else? Who else to win that Battle Royal? No one but Stephanie Vaquer. It should be Stephanie Vaquer. Do you get what I mean? You get what I mean. Of course you do. But the main event was scheduled to be Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed against the team of Sami Zayn and Penta. Obviously, they fought off Bron and Bronson at Night of Champions when the whole kerfuffle happened in the main event. And obviously, at Night of Champions, Sami Zayn beat Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross is not done with him, so he attacked him before the match. Hurt his ribs, you know, just like every other face in the company. Gets their ribs hurt before match. Just so Sami and Penta could lose to Bron and Bronson. But you're never going to complain. A great match anyway. So, speaking of great matches as well, we're finally at the Sheamus Rusev match. This match was up there for match of the night. Like, this was a great match. I'm glad to see Rusev, like, doesn't change the moveset. He's in better shape. And I'm glad to say Rusev got the win, but it wasn't like one-sided beatdown. It wasn't a clear win. It was like Rusev was close to winning, then Sheamus was close to winning, and then Rusev just nicked the win. I loved it, and they're definitely going to run it back, and they're definitely going to have a best-of-5 series, if not a best-of-7. So, I'm here for it. I mean, people think it's all about the athletic, fast-paced, high-flying wrestlers that make good matches. It's not. You can have a great match between a technical chain wrestler and an absolute powerhouse. It just depends on the chemistry. It just depends on the moveset, the timing. That's what it depends on. You know, when I say moveset, I mean like the moves selected for the match. Like, anyone can have a great match. They've just got to know what to do to make that match great. Do you get what I mean? You know, people think it's the wrestler, which often there's wrestlers who can wrestle and wrestlers who can't. But most of the time, it's the in-ring chemistry. I mean, we've seen bad wrestlers have great matches. John Cena has never been notorious for being a good technical wrestler. He's been more the entertainment side, but he's put on great matches. We're talking in-ring action, great matches. It just shows it can be done, and Rusev Sheamus was amazing. Finally, I think this is the last thing to talk about. Gunther come out to cut a promo on Goldberg. That's when Seth Rollins came out with his briefcase. Obviously, Gunther's been cutting good promos. Great promos. And although it seems like nothing's happening with the title, just defeated Jey Uso for the title. He's about to face Goldberg. Seth's chasing that title. You best believe Sammy wants it. It's SummerSlam because Sammy wants a world title. But regardless, Seth came out and had a bit of a beef with Gunther. That's when CM Punk came out because once again, Seth Rollins is ruining CM Punk's life. He ruined his match at Night of Champions, so CM Punk came out to fight Seth Rollins. And so after CM Punk came out for Seth Rollins, he started fighting Seth Rollins, and Rollins fled into the crowd, up the stairs, ran away from Punk. Wasn't going to deal with it because he knows all the stuff he's been doing to Punk. Punk's going to come after him. That's when LA Knight appeared behind him like The Undertaker and started going after Rollins because obviously LA Knight has his problems with Seth Rollins as well, and he got a pop as well, but I think him and Punk had a bit of a moment backstage because they're both wanting Seth and they don't want each other getting in each other's ways. But this was cool because this was like the old and the new mouthpiece, man of the people type person. LA Knight and CM Punk, basically what I'm saying is a dream match and a dream feud. When I saw them face to face arguing with each other, I thought CM Punk is the voice of the voices. He speaks for the people. He speaks the truth, right? But LA Knight's not going to be afraid to say anything to CM Punk. And I just thought a match, let alone a feud between them two, would absolutely bang. And I can't wait to see that. Because if that wasn't a tease for it happening in the future, then I don't know what is. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that would be amazing. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.